everyone, I'm Becky.
And I'm Sarah.
And we're doing Bickering book reviews. Today we are talking about The Guinevere Deception by Kiersten White, which I got off of NetGalley.
Same.
So this is a twist on the classic King Arthur tale, and basically when Guinevere came to Camelot to marry Arthur, when she was like 16 and he was 18, instead of actually being the princess, it was the daughter of Merlin, which I don't think is a spoiler. I feel like that's said pretty early in the book.
Okay. See, because I was like convinced that something like a certain thing was happening that like wasn't true at all ever, but like I was convinced that that's what was going on.
We'll talk about that later. And so basically they've switched, because Guinevere died, and they switched Guinevere's identity with Merlin's daughter, and she's supposed to go and protect Arthur. And so she goes to Camelot, and she kind of is uncovering there's like a dark magic at force, and she's trying to protect the country, the kingdom. And she's married to Arthur, and he knows that she's Merlin's daughter, and there's like a little bit of a romance there, but then there's also his Mordred? Is that how you say it?
Mordred.
Mordred. It's been a long time since I read those legends. That was like senior year of high school. And so like she kind of has feelings towards him, and then kind of it goes from there. That's basically it.
I'm having a crisis, a reader's crisis. Because I always thought that I loved the King Arthur legend, and I always thought that I loved King Arthur retellings. But this, like so many of the others that we've reviewed, I'm just like, this is not good.
So I kind of liked it. I thought it was a really interesting take. I liked the fact that she gave Guinevere a story, because Guinevere's usually, she comes in, she marries Arthur, she has the affair with Lancelot, and Camelot falls.
Where's the gosh darn romance?
Well, that was my one problem, was like there was kind of like hintings at romance with her and Arthur, and I'm like, I want to see that develop.
There was more hintings of romance between her and somebody else.
Well, yeah, but that was supposed to be manipulation.
And like, I liked that, and then I shouldn't have, and then I'm just mad.
Yeah.
Because the only romance that I actually kind of latched onto was not right.
Well, I would have So I feel like this is very much like the starting of something, and I don't want to judge the series until I read the second book.
I'm not gonna.
See, I think I'll keep reading.
I'm not
because
gonna.
it was. I will admit the book was pretty slow the first like 2/3. Like I don't know if a young reader would be able to get through. I mean, like I guess like the certain type of readers, but like the average ones I see would have a hard time with that first like 200 pages. But once like it picked up, I was like, okay, I was all in. But
it never picked up for me. Ever.
So you picked up 2/3 of the way for me.
There was a glimmer of picking up, you know, as the manipulation reached its height. And then I was like, oh, yep, nope, done.
So I think part of the other problem is I miss Kiersten White's, like, bubbliness. Like, I miss, like, her first book, to me, is still her best book. And it was so frothy, but it was so well written and so, like, peppy and perfect. And I missed that. And I feel like this was just a little darker than I would have liked.
I mean, and I don't, like, and, you know, what I'm saying has nothing to do with, like, her writing style and her writing ability. I mean, yeah, it was well written. And, like, yeah, the characters were there. I just, like, as a story, it wasn't interesting. As a story, I was bored. And I think and I think that's kind of, because I liked Slayer.
Oh, yeah, I really like Slayer. And Slayer was kind of going back towards the paranormalcy, where you know what, I think, like, with Slayer and with paranormalcy, the characters had way more layers.
Well, but I also think that she kind of gets lost in the romance.
The legends?
No, the court intrigues, and I don't like that stuff.
See, I like court intrigues, and it still didn't grab me all the way.
And all, like, how this person is connected to that person, and this guy's a duke, and you gotta play this guy right, and like I don't care about that crap.
See, I like that stuff, but I like it like when it's a court intrigue book, and this was just, to me, it just didn't really.
Well, no, this was just like they're in court, and therefore it has to exist. I don't know. I mean, and I think it was interesting that she added LGBTQ layers to the myths. I don't know. I just like. I needed romance, and I didn't get it, and like I said, I'm kind of in this crisis, like, do I just not like King Arthur stuff?
And I want to be like, do I just like, because I liked reading the original, like, when we read More d'Arthur and, like, all that stuff, I liked reading those, I love Camelot. I love The Sword and the Stone, but maybe they need to have music. I don't know.
I love historical romances. Like,
yeah.
I read that, like, medieval kind of romance, medieval Renaissance romance books. Like, I get into those. But this, I think I was just angry because King Arthur is a love story and there was no love story.
Yeah. So
I mean, that's what it comes down to. Plus, I think I thought that she was, like, I thought something about her that was not true the whole time.
So, okay, and I feel like I wonder if you thought the same thing I did. They keep saying changeling in all the book descriptions, and when I hear changeling, I think fairy.
No, I was thinking like a golem. Like from the Jewish kind of fairy tales where you, like, create somebody out of clay.
Because there's a book about a golem, which
I'm assuming she's not real.
Like, right, so like the whole time I'm reading it, I'm like, but is she like a fairy? Is she, because she's so, like, her magical powers seem very based in, like, almost like Wiccan kind of things.
See, my thought was like, no, Merlin created her out of materials, and therefore the only magic she's got is what he put into her.
Maybe that's what's coming up in the next books. We don't know.
We probably just gave away spoilers for the next book, but I was convinced this whole book that she wasn't real, and so that really didn't help anything.
So that is where we are on, oh wait, we need to rate it.
Oh,
sorry.
Rating scale goes from 5 unicorns down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it doesn't get a horn and is therefore a horse. Where are you? I'm at
a 3. Like, I liked it. I thought it was well written, and I like the Arthur myth, and I like what she changed. But it didn't really hook me. I was hoping for a 4 or 5, and I got a 3.
I'm at a 2 because where is the romance? But maybe I'm just expecting too much.
I don't know.
All right. See you around.
Bye.